I'm going to get right into this. I think it's very important for everybody to hear it as well. Government efficiency or public deception, QA expert Daryl Guberman responds to Elon Musk, Trump's tax bill, and the broken system bleeding America dry. Hello, everyone. Let me start by acknowledging a truth that millions of you feel. In your gut, Washington is broken, has been broken, and been broken for decades. Doesn't matter who's running the country, supposedly. And the so-called tax bill recently supported by Donald Trump, President Trump, what Elon Musk rightly called a disgusting abomination, is just the latest symptom of the disease that's been eating away at our republic for decades. Let's be honest, the president doesn't write spending bills, Congress does. But who is Congress today? It's a collection of multimillionaires and political insiders who no longer represent the people. They represent profit, their own. These pork-laden bills with thousands of pages written by lobbyists and legal fixers don't serve the economy. They don't help the working man or small business owner. They help those already positioned to profit from them. What Elon Musk is pointing out, and what I've been exposing for years in the world of quality assurance and regulatory failure, is government efficiency. Today means efficiently redistributing wealth from your pockets into theirs. It's modern day looting with a legal stamp on it. Take Connecticut, my home state, for example. We got a population of 3.6 million people, and yet only 7 representatives in Congress. That's over 500,000 constituents per representative. And let me tell you, they don't represent us. They don't return calls, they don't take action, and they sure don't listen. They pick and choose what serves their narrative and ignore the rest. In fact, I spoke with somebody at the FTC several years ago, a frontline employee, who told me that they have 4 staffers handling 10,000 complaints a week. And what do they do with those? They cherry pick the ones that can be spun into sound bites. That's not oversight, that's optics, that's deception. This is exactly why we, the people, must reclaim control. Our elections, let's face it, have failed us. They really have. When every option on the ballot is a puppet on the same moneyed machine, that once do we really have? What choice do we really have? Now let's talk about the bigger picture. This is the modern road to Wigan Pier. Not a dusty history lesson, but a mirror held up to America in 2025. Back in the 1930s, author George Orwell went to live among the poor in northern England so that he could understand how they really lived. What he discovered was simple but powerful. The very rich have no idea how hard life is for the poor and middle class. And the poor and middle class often don't fully understand how the rich live either. There's a huge gap, not just in money, but in understanding. And that same gap exists in America today. It's time we stop looking at this unfair system with despair and start fighting back with determination. And make no mistake, this is not a problem of the past. It's happening right now. Several years ago, Hillary Clinton was asked if she knew the price of a gallon of milk. Her response, she admitted she had no idea because she hadn't been part of the middle class for decades. This one comment says a lot. It's not just about milk. It's about disconnection. When leaders rise so far above the people that they forget what daily life is like, she's not alone. Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg once said, "I could teach anybody, even people in this room, no offense intended, to be a farmer," implying the working class operates on simplicity. That's arrogance, that's tone deafness, and that runs deep. Barbra Streisand admitted she used to identify with the working class, but no longer could. Even Oprah Winfrey once commented that she couldn't shop in certain stores anymore because she was too recognizable. A clear sign of how distance, fame, and fortune can pull someone from everyday realities. Elon Musk may be a billionaire, but at least he's pulling back the curtain on how our laws are manipulated to serve a select few. The bigger question is, what are we, the people, going to do about it? A special note is this. April 2nd meeting between Boeing's CEO Kelly Oberg and Senator Ted Cruz and Maria Cantwell. I was there. I saw it all. I've been to Washington approximately 3 times thus far, watching these meetings, these charades, these parties, these orchestrated discussions, and they are. It's like have a script written. Now, at first glance, this meeting may appear routine, a CEO discussing aerospace issues with lawmakers on the Commerce Committee. But scratch the surface and the rot begins to show. Senator Ted Cruz receives 20 grand in campaign contributions from Boeing, while Senator Cantwell took in 100 grand. How can we trust the legitimacy of any oversight or investigation when those holding the gavel are financially entangled with the very companies they're supposed to regulate? This is more than an ethical problem, ladies and gentlemen. It may be a legal one. Under 18 U.S.C. 201B, it is a felony to corruptly give, offer, or promise anything of value to a public official with intent to influence any official act. And under 5 CFR 2635.702A, federal officials are prohibited from using their public office for private gain. When lawmakers take money from companies whose regulatory fates they control, that line is not just blurred, it's crossed. And they're the ones who make these laws that they're breaking. The fox is not just guarding the henhouse, he's writing the security protocols and billing us for the wire fence. My friends, this is the moment we decide whether to be complicit or courageous. Are we going to continue letting our country be auctioned off piece by piece, vote by vote, to the highest bidder? Or are we going to rise and reclaim the integrity of a republic? The country was not built by corporate donors. It was not saved by bureaucrats. It was built by patriots. It was saved by truth tellers and sayers. And it will only survive if we, the people, step out of the shadows and into the light, as I have done many, many times. Washington doesn't fear the people anymore, and it's time we change that. You cannot operate from the back of a computer. You have to have a sign on a piece of wood and march, and we should. Let them fear honesty. Let them fear audits. Let them fear elections again. Because when the governed are no longer willing to be lied to, ignored, or sold out, game over. Because when the governed are no longer willing to be lied to, ignored, or sold out, the game is over. And the American people, we are just getting started. And always remember something from Thomas Paine, who wrote this 300 years ago. It is impossible to comprehend the moral mischief, if I may so express it, that mental lying is producing in our society. When a man has so far corrupted and prostituted the chastity of his mind as to subscribe his professional beliefs to things he does not believe, he has prepared himself the commission for every other crime. And as Thomas Paine also said in Common Sense, when speaking the truth, it is many times like administering medication to the dead. A.A. Milne, Winnie the Pooh, said it is easier to believe a lie that one has heard 1,000 times than to believe a fact no one has heard before. Even Hitler said, he said, if you tell it long enough, people are going to believe it. And the final one is from Dwight D. Eisenhower. It is not the size of the dog in the fight that counts. It's the size of the fight in the dog. My friends, my family members, my fellow constituents, and those all over the United States and the world, with power is the people, not the leaders. My mom was always right. I would pay $500 for a coliseum. We had to open up a coliseum and have all the leaders in the world fight. Fight. Let them fight. Let them hit themselves. Let them take the sword and shield. Because we, the people, are tired of throwing our blood and energy into others who are making a lot of money on that blood and energy. I thank you. My number is 203-556-1493. Please leave all your comments down below. I'm sorry about the length of this, but again, 203-556-1493. And God bless America, and also you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you.